Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video we are diving into Blitzit, which is a task management application and like a focus timer with features like reports. It is still in an early stage, and I covered this application a little last year. Um, I think it was last year in December or something like that, or it was earlier this year. But as you might know, these applications keep developing, they keep adding new features, and it has a couple of features that I wanted to highlight, but I also wanted to do like a full review of this application. It is currently available on Windows as well as Mac, with an iOS application in private beta and an Android application coming soon according to their website. Let's jump into the application and start off with the pricing here. So it is currently running a sale. Today is June 22nd. That's when I'm recording this video. If I press upgrade now, you have an exclusive early access offer, which is 97 USD for lifetime. You pay once, you use forever, all Blitzit features and all future updates. If you don't want to go for that, they have a monthly plan of $4.99 per month. And I think these task management applications, they need to be really cheap, because a lot of them, like a lot of the major ones, Todoist, TickTick, Bright isn't a major one, but it is still a task management application. They are quite cheap. So in order to compete with those task management applications, need to be cheap, especially those who do not have like the daily planner functionality. The way this application works is that I can create my list. So let's do one for social media stuff. Let's just call it social media stuff. I can pick a color, can pick like this as well. I would love to have like the hex codes or write in my RGB numbers, but I can't do that. I will just have to use this color picker right here, but that is like a minor thing. Nothing really important. We can open this up, and I love this. This is like my favorite feature, because I set up my own task management applications like this. I have a backlog. I have a this week feature or a this week bucket of tasks where I want to have the tasks I want to work on this week, and I have a today bucket as well. So I would go ahead and I would like answer email from XXX, and I would put like a bunch of stuff in here. Let's try another one. Let's just do go for a walk. If you're new to the channel, that is like my regular go-to task, where I can give it an estimated time. Let's say 1. I think that says 1 hour. Actually, let's try that again. Can I open this back up? I should be able to. I can do it. I can double press here. So I would like to change this like that. So one thing that I find is a little annoying is that you have to like paste it in or write the time like this with 4 numbers. Again, small things here, but let's also do a test task like this. So I would do, it didn't actually work out. It should work, but it did not. I might be doing something wrong. Anyways, you get all of these tasks here. You can add a note. I can click this. That wasn't available previously. I can use Markdown. I can't actually use Markdown. It seems like I can, but I can't actually. It doesn't change anything. Let's try this just to see. So you can actually use Markdown. It just doesn't have headings. So you can use Markdown in here. And then you have a couple of buttons. So this is subtasks. I can add subtasks. There is a new version, which I won't update to right now, but I can add subtasks. I can pull this to this week. I can drag it back. And that is like another thing I like, is how easy I can just pull it to this week. I can pull it to today. I don't have to go ahead and drag them. I can just click a button, which again comes back to this whole idea of having a backlog of this week and today and done. Let's move this without the time estimate. Let's move this here. And let's actually just move it to today, because this is the major feature here. It is the Blitzit Now button. I go into this like focus mode here, where I can just see this. I can go ahead and I can just make this really small. I can do a break. I can look at my notes. I can pause this, or I can skip it. And I can also press done. You can also do that from this bigger panel right here. And if I press done, you can see that I get this prompt right here, well done. And I can then go back to home, and it opens up this whole view again, and I can see what is done. I get back here and I have pressed done. Up here I can see the pending tasks and the estimation for how long it takes. I never use estimations. That's why I'm not sure how they work inside of this application, because my estimations are always wrong, so I don't bother using them. So you could have lists for all of your like different aspects of life. I would probably just end up having one for work if you have a day job, and one for other things, personal stuff. I would probably just stick with two, to be honest. Because you have this backlog this week. But on the other hand, it is hard to then see. Let's say I wanted to have like, I had a side hustle and I also had um, personal tasks. If I were to have those in the same list, because there is no tags here, it isn't easy to see how I would like, or it isn't easy to see the differences between the tasks, like which part of life they are related to. So maybe you would have more lists. It all depends on what you need personally, but I would probably have one for my social media stuff, and I would have one for work stuff, and maybe one for personal stuff. I'm not sure yet. Here you can see the report, so you can see the total tasks done, total hours worked, average time per tasks. So it seems like this isn't for just, so this doesn't seem like it is for done tasks, um, because I haven't done any tasks that has lasted 1 hour. It gives me my most productive hour, my most productive day. It also gives me time by list, and it also gives me the time here. So my guess is that it will show me the estimation and also how long it took. So it will basically generate you a real report on your tasks and how long and how you've spent your time. Apart from that, there was one other thing I wanted to show you, and that is these integrations right here. I think these are important because you can now connect to Notion, so you can get your Notion stuff in here. You can connect to Google Calendar, you can connect to Trello, ClickUp, and Asana soon. And I think these are really important in order to get your task from elsewhere to this focus application. I think it is probably one of the most important additions to this application. But as you can see, the tasks has gotten, or the task management features has gotten much better. And I am in general a really big fan of this application. I think it looks really interesting. I like the fact that you get a focus timer and a task management application. I like the way they've set up the lists, because I'm a big fan of that way of working. But those are, especially the last part, is really personal, liking having different buckets like backlog this week and today and done is like a really personal thing. That's just how I handle my tasks. But I am a really big fan of that setup. You might not be, but I also like the fact that it isn't highly customizable. I think a lot of productivity applications are too customizable, so I will customize instead of doing work. But I think that covers it for my review. I think this application is super interesting. I wouldn't recommend it yet before they publish their a mobile application, because I think mobile applications and task management is really, really important. I just like many others, I get most of my task ideas when I'm on the go. Like, I come up with things that I have to do when I'm on the bus, when I'm not in front of my computer. So having a mobile application is vital. So I wouldn't recommend it until then, unless you are a really big fan and you want to like take a chance on the lifetime plan. But that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching.